Hello guys and welcome back to the STPL. We've just been watching BuLL versus NaS. NaS are currently 2-0 up. We've had a very interesting TVP and a very interesting ZVP there on Shin Pizza Big. Do a bit of a weird one. Sugo with, whether you could call it the ultimate efficiency or the economical Reaver who likes to make usage of his scarabs. But either way, that was certainly fun. Sugo, of course, taking the 2-0 lead. It's going to be up to eOnzErG here in game number 3 to see if he can close out this series 3-0. But the man standing in front of him is going to be Atrac, the White Terran. So,
Did you switch the overlay kicks?
I haven't. Because,
oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Because you're like introducing the players, and like literally the next slide is introducing the players.
Yeah. So
like
there's not really too much to say. Atrac hasn't played that many games. He is 2-0 this round in the STPL. eOnzErG is 5-0. 4-1 of those are against Terran. So Eon, known for his ZVT, his mutant micro is amazing. He's going to be going on to Neo Ground Zero here with a little bit of an advantage, but TBZ 3-3 so far in the sample size. Without further ado, let's get into game number 3. eOnzErG versus Atrac. And starting us off here in the top right-hand position, we do have the White Terran fighting for BuLL. It's Atrac.
That's right. His opponent in the bottom right-hand corner in the purple is one of the best non-Korean players in the current era. This is eOnzErG. Dropping the sorry race on him. I didn't see the T. I thought it was just like, bro. And I'm like, yeah. I feel like morality aside, anytime your opponent asks your race, like, you almost have an obligation to lie to them, because theoretically, you know, it's not called niceness craft, it's not called honesty craft, it's not called good boy craft, it's called starcraft. Because in general, none of those things are good characteristics to have as a player trying to win the game. So you got to take every opportunity you can. That's all I'm trying to say.
Not only that, I'm just saying, if you did miss the pylon show from BlizzCon, the head developer, Grant Davies, of the StarCraft Remaster team, endorsed saying the wrong race. Just saying.
Kix, you are the reason that that public officials double, triple qualify everything they say and feel like they shouldn't say anything. Because as soon as they did, people like they'll write the Kotaku article, right? And it's a headline saying developer thinks this, and the actual article is like 3 sentences, but it's just the headline because okay, well, anyway. Yes, people have fun playing StarCraft.
Yeah. That's where I was going. But still.
Okay, sick. I'm glad we got there, Kix.
Yeah, eOnzErG going into a 12 hatch here. I genuinely thought that maybe Eon would go for like a 9 forward speed, but
I thought he would too. Because he's done that before. He did that the last time he played.
Yeah, he played against FAMSE and beat FAMSE like that on the electric circuit in round 2.
Killed him. It was so sick.
Oh, and eOnzErG is actually going to scout out the SCV as well. So, I mean, this drone is still going to the bottom left. He should probably send that home. He is going to need to be careful, but he is going to scout the fact there is in fact 2 barracks instead of 1.
Yeah, so this is kind of interesting. I barely ever see this. So this is one of the pushes that Flash did to kill Effort in their epic ASL final series. Because if you don't scout this and you miss some of the units coming across, especially if your opponent goes for like double Firebat instead of Firebat Medic, like you can actually just deal insane damage with this. So I'm excited to see how this is gonna work.
Yeah, now it looks like we are going to see speed coming in from eOnzErG. Could go into a quick 2-hatch Spire. Not really too many drones. He will, in fact, need to add a couple of Sunkens. You can see him immediately building that creep colony. Marines already on the way. So this is a very, very aggressive 2 racks here coming in from
Wow.
Atrac. You usually wait for medics, wait for the
Yeah.
academy, but he wants to get in while there's no Sunken. But unfortunately for him, that's not going to work out. Sunkens, of course, do have armor. Ling's on the way already, and the lair coming in too. So Atrac is going to have to pull back, have to
Yeah.
regroup, and wait for those upgrades.
No, I thought the same thing that you did. Usually you want to wait to pull the trigger on this because the most potent time for this push is one control group with a medic and a fire bat. But he actually went in way ahead of time. As is, he's actually getting some nice damage done on these Lings. Not a ton of it, but just like the bonus, softening them up. And so this is still going to be a little bit easier to hold than if he had pooled his resources and waited for that first medic to come out after his academy finished.
Yeah, now the scary thing for eOnzErG is if eOnzErG does underestimate the power of this 2 racks, as long as Atrac's macro is on point, he's got his first two medics are done, first 2 fire bats are on the way.
Team colors are mixed up, but yeah, he did go double. He did go double fire bat instead of medics. And actually, one thing you can do if you do it this way is get ranged, because honestly, if you're this way, you have. Oh, actually, wait, what? Where did he get that medic from? Okay, it's white Marines, guys. They look the same as medics. Don't tell me I missed it, because I did. But as is, he does have the second fire bat and medic coming through behind this. So this is going to be really potent, but there's already 3 Sunkens.
Yeah, he needs realistically a medic per Sunken. He doesn't have that many blings. Obviously, the +1 armor of the Firebat's going to be doing a lot here, but he does need to be careful. He needs to wait for range, and unlike a normal Zerg, eOnzErG is not adverse to building a lot of blings. So Eon has a decent number. If he can get the right kind of engagement here, something can happen. He's going to send some blings behind, but Atrac is already prepared.
Yeah, he is going to have the double fire bats on the ramp, and this is the difference between oh, wait, oh my god. I mean, as is, 2 fire bats should be able to kill this, but they're going to get in the main, and that means that you're going to have to keep forces back at home, which means your push isn't going to be that strong, and now...
Oh, and he got he got the SCV on the command center. That's a really good pickoff. He's going to get the link, or the SCV possibly, on the engineer, but doesn't quite. But eOnzErG is holding on with the bare minimum here. He's not going all in with Sunkens or anything like that, just 3. Going into Aspire, Muteless are going to be on the way here as well. And Atrac has no turrets. He has no... Well, the only anti-air he has is his army outside of the base. And the second these Mutas start to pack up, he can actually just go and kill everything that Atrac has.
I think at this point you need to pull back and regroup your armies, and then hit with one huge force. Because as is, you're gonna face early losses. Look at how well eOnzErG is cleaning this up. This Mutamicro is insane. I don't know what the turn rate is, but I'm guessing it's not high. Maybe it is. I don't know. That Mutamicro looks sick. So he loses only 1 Muta for stopping a 2 racks push. And he's gonna get across and devastate the natural.
Turrets, yeah, there's not that many SCVs over there.
Oh, the medics died. They walked in by themselves for some reason.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's
so now he has 2 medics and a fire back running back home, and that's all that's gonna make it. And none of that shoots up.
There's 2 Marines there as well. He's got some Marines in his natural, but eOnzErG is in such a good position right now. It's really hard to overstate how good of a position eOnzErG's in. He doesn't have that many drones in his natural, but he's got 3 on gas. That's what he needs. The Muteless are quite heavily bruised, so that's a little bit of an advantage. Well, not an advantage, but a little bit of a saving grace here for Atrac, as he is going to be able to rebuild his Marine count. He's up at 3 barracks now, adding on a lot of medics, going to give these Marines an incredible amount of survivability. But you can see that Atrac is just having trouble ever really getting any damage down on the Mutas. eOnzErG's control is just absolutely insane.
Yeah, wow, I'm super impressed by this. eOnzErG, he held on. That is a scary push to hold. You'll die to it just a lot. But now the mute account is starting to grow. We're already up to basically a full control group. There's no hope of mining here at the natural. He micros against the Kakaroo. I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay, eOnzErG. Styling a little bit maybe, but just keeping his APM up, obviously, mostly. And continuing to pick away and force out these stims, really harassing Atrac a lot.
Yeah, getting another Kakaroo as well. Just showing off a little bit. Up to 10 muteless now. I did lose one. That is, I mean, something for Atrac at least. Atrac is actually still at a supply advantage. He still has a decent chunk of bio, but you can see that just the engagements that eOnzErG is taking are absolutely insane. It's so hard for Atrac to ever get any damage down.
Yeah. eOnzErG used a Kakaroo to bounce glaives onto the Marines. I've never seen that before. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I mean, this micro by him is just completely ridiculous at the moment. He's going to be taking up third base in the bottom left-hand corner. When he goes back to macro, there we go, looks like the Mulus gets sent back for a second, builds the hatchery, goes straight back onto macroing, and SCV is trying to come here to mine. Not going to be able to really get too much mining done, and one of the medics even getting picked off now as well.
And that's mostly from, like, also from glaives just weakening. Now, obviously, there are 4 medics, which should be pretty good. But the continual reinforcements on this mute account with more and more and more and more on the way. This is something I actually noticed a lot of Zergs. Action has been doing this quite a bit, so is Where you just never stop making mutas. You're on 2 base, you find some damage done, and then you just try to really kind of pile drive this by pulling out your weakened mutas and reinforcing them with fresh ones. So you can just keep this micro up over and over and over again. And the value you get from switching in clean mutas is theoretically higher than the value that the Terran player has because they're actually losing units. So,
yeah,
a lot of different ways to look at this, but as is, the damage is still being done.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is for Atrac now is his factory is incredibly late, so unlike if, say, we were watching Lita play this or Last, usually they'd go into Valkyries against this, or at least Vessels. The tech is just not there. He does have +1 attack finally, but another medic going down. Turrets behind the command center, not really able to defend the mineral line, and eOnzErG just carrying on building up that mute account. Third base finished, just checking what's going on. Lurker Den on the way, and obviously the Spire continuing. You can see that eOn's actually pulled back so many Hermulus, just sat in his natural, and he is just absolutely toying with his food at the moment. Atrac's still trying to hold on. But the problem is he can't get any position where he can do any form of damage to the Zerg, and eventually eOnzErG is going to outgrow him.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Kix, but you can't put turrets behind this mineral line at your natural, right?
No,
I don't think there's no room for turrets there. So, I mean, every map is different and special in its own way. That's what the map's mothers told them. But in reality, this one is pretty good if you can get mutas to harass that mineral line in time.
Yeah, the big thing is, obviously, it's kind of an all-in. It's more a cheese by Atrac there to try and break eOnzErG before he could get his lair, well, before he could get a Spire at least. And eOn just had a few too many Lings, a few too many Sunkens, and Atrac, unable to group his units together, was not able to break through. And eOn just took that advantage he gained early on and just rode it the whole way through to that victory at the end.
He sure did, Kix. Wow, yeah. What a fantastic day of STPL. It does it again. By it, I mean it makes me stay up until 8 a.m. in the morning. So I'm going to get ready for my 12 o'clock lunch appointment after this by taking at least a 2-hour nap. At least. Perhaps I'll splurge and get 2.5 hours there, Kix.
So there is one more game left. It'll be coming up just after this. Of course, NaS do win the series 3-0.
How could you spoil it, Kix?
Damn, I know, such a spoiler. But yeah, see you guys.